Nothing's off limits with this duo. It's father and daughter, Don and Cher. And join the club if you're a chattermouth.
Hey y'all, it's Cher and
Dawn.
And welcome back to the
Chattermouth Podcast.
We're excited to be here and I have so much to fill you in on. I just got back from the most amazing vacation ever. I don't know if I'd call it actually a vacation because there was a lot of craziness went down, but I want to fill you all in, fill my mom in. She's been waiting to hear.
Dying to hear.
All about Burning Man.
I really am. I mean, I helped her pack.
Oh my gosh.
So I saw all the outfits and they were amazing.
Oh I love that you're saying that because you're my mom, but you also said they're amazing because they were very sexy. As I'm sure you saw.
Love them.
She's not a normal mother.
I want to model some of it.
Oh my gosh. You know, there were a lot of women that were your age that were there. When I was going to Burning Man, I always thought I was going to be like the oldest, one of the older people because I'm 35, you know? But actually, there was a lot of people who were your age that were there. It was
were they wearing those
interesting.
sexy outfits?
Not as much of the sexy outfits. Oh my God, I have so much to fill you in on, actually, so much. Even like there are people it's so interesting. Okay, so Burning Man is not fully what I thought. So it was always on my bucket list. My brother has gone, you know, this is his fourth time going.
Wow.
I've heard about it so many times and I've always been like, I just want to experience it and see what it is. But I've also heard the crazy side of Burning Man. Like when you hear about Burning Man, what did you think about it?
I think of it as drugs and you're just in another world, taking the drugs and hallucinating, you know?
I don't do drugs. So for me, obviously that wasn't going to be like a part of it. However, I also thought it was a lot of drugs, a lot of partying, a lot of craziness. That's what I expected. So I wasn't sure what to, fully what I'm going to get out of it. However, it's not about that. It really isn't.
That's what Gran kept saying to me.
It's really
There's
not
so much
about the
more
drugs.
to it.
Yes. In fact, I never personally, maybe because I don't do drugs, but I never personally saw anyone doing drugs while I was there. So it's not just like out in the open where people are just like doing drugs. Like if you're doing drugs, you would have had to have brought it somehow, or you would have had to have an in with it. Like there's cops there, there's police officers, there's people who patrol. So you can't just be out and about doing drugs. Like I've never seen anyone like crazy like that. So that was good. I also expected to see people just like having sex like out in the open. I don't know why.
Were there like orgies going on?
So actually,
I gotta get down to the nitty gritty, girl.
So there wasn't people just like having sex out and about. It's not really about that. But there are so many people who just walk around naked, like literally nothing. Like one time, Jared was taking a picture of me. And this guy, so you have to take bicycles anywhere you go. Everywhere you go, you have to ride a bike. So this guy was riding a bike next to me, and I hear him say, "Oh, I love your outfit." And just automatically, I'm just like, "Thank you." Right away, I'm always like, "Oh my gosh, I love yours too." I don't know why. I just like sometimes will say it automatically. So I turn to him, I'm like, "Oh, thanks, I love yours too." Because everybody is in costume there. And I say, "I love yours too." And then I'm like, he had nothing on.
So
he was literally
funny.
butt naked with his like dong just like hanging out riding the bicycle
so
across
weird.
the playa. But it was just so funny. And he's like, "I love your outfit." I'm like, "You too." "Oh, you're not wearing anything." Okay, moving on.
Well, he's surely not shy.
Yeah, and a lot of people aren't. It's a lot of people go by fake names there too. So I met this girl and Jared was like, "What's your name?" And she had said Jessica. And then I turned to her later, I'm like, "Oh, I'm Cher. Nice to meet you. What's your name?" And she's like, "Brightside." I was like, "Oh, okay." And Jared's like, "That's so weird. She just told me her name was Jessica." But she like they changed their name because she forgot obviously, but people want to go as like their alter ego when they're there so that nobody remembers them afterwards and you can't connect with these people afterwards. Like you're whoever you've ever wanted to be, like this is your chance to be that person.
It's so interesting. It's bringing out the other side of you and that you could actually create your own way about yourself.
Yeah,
You know.
but you can like
Is
do
that why
anything.
the costumes are there to be a different part of you to come out?
I don't really know. The costumes are more just like fun. Not everybody wears costumes too.
Oh,
Like some
really?
people are just in like, clothes are going to get dirty and going to get dusty, but it's fun to wear costumes cuz like why not? But it's also very very hot there. So it's like 100 degrees. So you want to basically be wearing nothing. Like what you wear to a pool or a beach is what you want to wear there. So it looked weird. So for me, I'm taking pictures and basically in a bikini and boots because you have to wear boots to cover your legs because you're hiding it from the sun. And then you also are trying to you're also more comfortable wearing boots because it's like muddy everywhere. But then you want to wear like a bikini on top because it's just so hot. So it's just how it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about the people that go naked and their sun is burning at their nipples and their
Good,
tushy?
you're getting rid of your tan lines finally. No. Yeah, a lot of people go naked, but you also have to wear sunscreen, of course. But
Right.
it's the first day I got there, and it just rained so much, and so all the sand turned to mud. And so
Wow.
people were just like rolling around in the mud,
So
like having mud fights.
Where do people like live when they're out there in the desert? Do they live in tents? Do they?
Yeah, so some people are in tents.
But
and
how
some
are
in
they
RVs.
How are they working the tents when it's so muddy?
It's certain type of tents that are good for it. So people are either in tents pretty much or RVs, and that's like how it works. We had an RV because tent would have been a little too hard for me. Originally, we almost had to get a tent because RVs are so expensive. Like usually RVs not that expensive. For Burning Man, they like 10 times the amount because they know that it's just going to get wrecked because there's sandstorms all the time, and you see like literally like tornadoes of sand going, so it's going to get so dirty.
Wow. When you took a picture and you sent me the picture of you and Jared and Grant and Belle all outside the RV that you had, I said it was so small. How
so
did the
small.
4 of you fit in that RV for a whole week?
It was difficult. It was very, very messy. It got like there was 4 of us in this like little RV, and Jared and I slept on the couch for a week. We were nice, and they were like newly engaged. We're like, you guys could have the big bed. We were being good siblings, and we slept on like literally on a couch the whole time, but together. And
Wow.
It worked, yeah. But it was so much fun. Yeah, there was like all different craziness. Like you could just walk around outside at nighttime. There's so much artwork everywhere. So it's so beautiful just to take your bike and be able to like go and drive through the playa. And the playa is like the big desert basically. And there's just artwork everywhere. And there's all different music playing, concerts in every different corner. So you can go from one music to the next music. If you like piano bars, there's like a piano bar outside. There's a karaoke area. There's like crazy like like EDM
I heard
music.
people
like,
actually got married.
Yes, we went to a wedding while we were there, which was so cool. Yes, we went to like a really cool wedding. It was like actually the inventor of Candy Crush, which is like a big app. She was there, and her like now husband, like they got married there. We got to go in a wedding. We were going to get psychic readings, and there was like a long wait. And so while we were waiting,
I would have loved that.
Yes. While we were waiting, someone was like, wedding, we need people to join the audience. And we're like, we'll come to the wedding. And all of a sudden, we're like a part of this wedding. And it was so cool.
Wow.
I loved it. Yeah, but every day you could do yoga, meditation, psychic readings. We took a class on like growing vegetables. Like it was so random and so much fun.
That's so
And there's so many
nice.
things, yeah.
I think what's nice, I love the best part is you really bring out your alter ego and you see what people, their other personalities can come out. Like a lot of times in the real world, you can't let that other personality come out, but here you can.
Right, exactly, which is really cool. And like there was an orgy dome you're asking about. So there is this place called the Orgy Dome. And I was like curious. I did want to go see it. It's what it sounds like.
Really?
But it got wrecked. Like everybody talks about like going to this orgy dome at Burning Man, but we went to like drive by it just to like see it from the outside, and it got totally wrecked. So there was no orgy dome this time because of the weather. It got wrecked, so we couldn't go, unfortunately.
Right.
But we weren't going to go inside, but it was interesting. But there are so many like there's something for everyone. Like we took a BDSM class where you learn how to like tie people with a knot. Like, do you know what BDSM is?
No, what is BDSM?
You don't know what that, like when you know what that is.
When they like sex and they
like tie you up.
They tie you
Yeah,
up.
there was like a class where a guy is lecturing, and it's so funny. You're expecting like some like cool punkish guy to walk on stage. It's like a 70-year-old or 60-year-old man comes on stage teaching you how to tie your partner up. It was so interesting. And he was like showing you how to do the ropes, but we got super bored, so we left.
It's like the books 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah, it was so interesting.
So cool.
But everybody's kink can come out. There was this one place. Wait, I didn't get to tell you the story. It was very interesting. So everybody's kink can come out while you're at Burning Man, no matter what it is. And somehow it's okay. So across from where I was staying, there was this place called the Pussy Spa. And I was like, what is the pussy spa? So I was like very curious, like, what is it? You know, it sounds interesting. So I walked over. I was too shy to ask because I'm a little bit shy, but I overheard two girls in front of me like ask the person. And it was this old lady. There was this, okay, imagine a grandma who is dressed totally like a grandma, not in like Burning Man outfit, just like wearing a bandana, baggy pants, like gray hair, you know?
Wow.
And so this person comes over. It's like, what is this? And she's like, oh, this is an area where you'll get your pussy washed and cleaned, and then you'll get massaged, which hopefully will end in an orgasm.
Oh my God. Does she do the massage there?
She was taking the names. She's like, but I'm so sorry. It's already totally full for the rest of Burning Man. This was like in the beginning of Burning Man. She's like, we are totally filled up with people, so we're not accepting any new people right now. However, if you'd like to put your name on a wait list, you can come back tomorrow at noon. And I was like, oh my gosh, like what in the world? So then I had to find out who is like in charge of the pussy spa.
Who's doing the massages?
Who's doing the massages? Like everybody's so dirty too at Burning Man. Like you don't can't really shower.
Right.
So I go over and I'm like, afterwards, I'm like, I just have a question. Like, is it a girl or a guy who's performing the pussy spa? Because, you know, who's doing it? And she's like, oh, it's my husband.
Oh my God.
Wow. And then I was like, okay, oh, thanks. And I like could not, I was just like, wow. Cause she was like, and she was, you know, very nice. And like people were lining up to go basically get fingered by her husband.
Oh, that's
and she's
unbelievable.
Like somehow okay with that. Like I don't know. I guess it's his kink probably to make a girl come.
Right.
And somehow
he's not doing it behind her back.
Right.
She
and
knows
she's okay.
about it.
She's like, but she sees every girl that comes in. She knows, like, she puts their name on the list.
Wow.
And people love this. And it was totally filled. Like, you could not get a spot at the pussy spa.
Oh, that's unbelievable. And my mouth is dropping here. You
I
know,
heard
that
was
is like,
oh,
whoa.
Yes. I was like, wow. Wow.
That is,
yeah. And it wasn't like young. They were like old. It's like your grandparent, your great grandparents. It was crazy. Yeah, it was so interesting. So interesting.
So tell me about the hair, how everyone has their hair done. Like, what's that about?
So everybody gets their hair braided. Mm-hmm. There's even braiding workshops while you're there. If you don't have the opportunity to get your hair braided before you come to Burning Man, you can get it braided while you're there.
Oh, that's interesting.
But everyone gets their hair braided because there is so much dust everywhere. And there's just like, so it's really bad for your hair. It's super dry outside. So you put braids in, but not just regular braids. Most people put like extensions on top of their braids to like kind of hide their actual hair. Right. And then there's so much dust everywhere. Your hair gets crazy and then you can't really shower for like 7 days. Right. You don't really get to shower. So you want your hair put back in braids. You don't want dust getting all in it and getting disgusting. So everybody wears the braids and it's kind of become the look of Burning Man.
I love the look. I think it's so fun. Pretty. You
and
really
I did shower. Just so you know, the second day in, we had an RV. I was like, great, I'm just going to shower. And so I showered and I accidentally used up like all the water of the RV. So everyone got so mad at me. Yes. On day 2, we had no more water. I thought I took the fastest shower ever, but I guess it wasn't fast enough for an RV water tank. So I was like, that's fine. It's fine. I'll pay for more water. Stop worrying. So we paid for more water. It was like $150 per like gallon or something. It was expensive, more water, but I paid for it. I'm like, sorry guys, like I'll buy more water. I bought more water, but then because of the storm, water never came until the very last day. Right, so everyone was so mad at me.
Your brother Grant told me about that, but he says it really wasn't your fault because you thought you'd be able to get more water, but you just never know.
But then I had to use the public shower, which I had to use because I was like, I'm going to shower while I'm there. Like, you're gross. But
the public shower was okay?
Yeah, it was a regular shower. You just have like a liner around you so no one can see you.
I see.
And you can only take like the fastest shower ever too.
Wow.
And it's like cold water. So it's not like a fun, glamorous shower.
But how did you like brush your teeth and all?
That I still had enough RV water to like make it through, which was good. I just wasn't allowed to shower anymore.
Got it.
But
I would go crazy not washing my face.
I washed my face.
But had
enough water.
Oh, you had enough water for that.
Yes, I did. That was okay. But sorry to pause the podcast, but if you're loving our podcast, then you'll love our book. And we have to tell you a little about it. Actually, we wrote this book.
And it's about how we got this close and how you can too.
It's called A Bond That Lasts Forever. And basically, it goes over our life's ups and downs. It shows pictures throughout our life and has adorable quotes throughout to inspire other mothers and daughters to have their own special relationship. You can pick it up on Amazon.com, at Barnes & Nobles, or wherever you get your books. Now, let's get back to the podcast. But the braids were really fun, and it was so easy. Like, waking up every day and not having to do your hair is the best thing ever, because no matter what, you look good. Like, I didn't have to wear makeup every day. If your hair is done, you don't need to do anything else. Like, it's so good. It's so easy.
I love that you decided to go blonde then. That was your time to try a different color. Everyone should do a different color then.
Right. I figured,
so
why
fun.
not? Like, this is going to be my alter ego. They say blondes have more fun. I'm going to go with blonde braids and just see if it's true. And it was so fun.
Was it true? Does blondes have more fun?
I had a great time at Burning Man. But I got a lot of hate on social media for people were saying, like, cultural appropriation, like you shouldn't be having braids. But first of all, I spoke to many African American people to ask, is it okay for me to have braids? And every single one of them that I asked in person was like, of course, like, yes, definitely. Like, you know,
even the one that put them in, you said it was okay.
Before I got them put in, I said to the woman, and she was an African American lady, and she said, I asked her, is this okay? Like, I don't want to do anything that's disrespectful or anything like that. And she was like, girl, of course. Like, we wear our hair, like, you know, ways you guys wear. Like, of course, like, it's fine. And I was like, okay, I just want to make sure. But then online, people always have something to say. But this is like the Burning Man look. It's not about anything else. It's just about keeping your hair safe while you're there. Right. However, it is not comfortable. And I don't know how people wear their hair in braids all the time. It hurt so bad. I could not wait to get it off.
You kept saying that to me.
The second Burning Man was done on that Sunday, when we left, while I was in the RV, I was taking my hair out the second I left. And originally I was so excited to like leave it in for a while, but I was like, get these things out of my hair.
It was hurting.
And then Jared helped me cut it, like get it all out. And I don't know, I feel like hopefully my hair is still okay, but I'm using a lot of oils right now to try to, like you always tell me.
I'm giving her all the oils
to use. But it was fun, and it did really make me realize that if your hair is done, that's all that matters. Like, you can look good.
Right. Hair is important.
I know. I wish I could just wake up and my hair is perfect. Some women have that, where they just have perfect hair all the time.
Right. We have to curl it.
Got to do
flat iron it.
So much. Otherwise, it's just a huge craziness.
That's very true.
But, you know, there's also places at Burning Man where you're walking around and you see people just like hanging on. There's all these carts that people have, all these different really cool cars. And some people are just on the top. There's a whole group of like naked people up there.
Really?
But there's also so much more, like I was saying, like classes and cool things. And you could be anyone you want to be, and you could do anything you want. And there's literally something for every single kind of person there.
It's unbelievable. You know, Grant, your brother was telling me that there was a big piano, you know, a grand piano, and everyone was like singing along to songs.
Yeah, we were singing.
That was so fun. I love doing that.
And there was like a karaoke session that was happening right in front of the porta potties. And it was like, okay, you know the song like Baby Got, I like big butts and I cannot lie. Right. But they changed it all about poop because it was in front of the porta potties.
So
machines.
funny.
So like, I like to poop and I cannot lie. And everyone was singing and it was hilarious. Like, it was so funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah. But there was like so many cool things. Like, if you wanted to take a dance class, you could take a dance class. You want to do a salsa class, you do a salsa class. Like, there was so much, but there was always something new. Like, one day we were walking home back to our place to go change for nighttime. We're walking back and someone was like, 4-course vegan dinner. Who wants to come to the 4-course vegan dinner? We're like, yes, of course. And like, all of a sudden we're going to this amazing vegan dinner. It was just so unexpected. And that's what you have to realize is like expect the unexpected and just go in with such an open mind. It was so fun.
But how did you all eat every night? Do you make your own food, or how does that work?
Well, we joined with a camp, which is like you're basically joined with a bunch of people, and you pay a due beforehand.
Right.
And then they like provide meals at night
every
night.
Nice.
And there's like breakfast available.
I see.
Yeah. There wasn't as much for us as vegans. So
I was
we
wondering.
ate a lot of microwave meals, but
I see.
But you know, you make it work. Also, you like never sleep at Burning Man. If you like need your sleep, you like can't go because you sleep in spurts. Like, we would sleep 5 hours. Like, at some point during the day, we'll sleep from like set like 8 to 2 or something like that, just to like quickly get some sleep in, because you really don't want to miss the day. The daytime
Right.
is so fun. The sunrise is so fun, but then the night is so much fun. So being able to find times to sleep is like really, really hard because you just want to experience all of it.
Well, maybe that's why there's some older people on there, because when you're older, you don't sleep well, so it doesn't bother us.
Right. You just take naps, and that's all it's
Right.
about. It's all about the naps. So yeah, it was so much fun, and I recommend it to everybody to go. Like at first, I was definitely skeptical. I was like, "You're going there just to do drugs and have sex," but it's not about that. It's like so much more.
Wow,
But you are able
it's
to
so
go
interesting.
and if you a lot of people go in looking for something, and it's interesting to see like what people come out of it. A lot of people you're supposed to go in there and kind of find yourself while you're there.
Interesting.
So a lot of people come in with these big revelations of things they want to change or do, and at the very end, the whole time there's this big Burning Man statue. And it's always there, and it's beautiful. It's huge. And I have no idea how these people make these huge statues, because there's huge statues there, so tall and amazing and beautiful. And on the very last night, they burn it. And that's why it's called the Burning Man. And there's a big firework display, bigger than Disney World, with fireworks and flames.
Wow.
And it's just so beautiful and amazing.
Wow.
And then once the Burning Man finally burns down, people rip their clothes off and walk around it naked. I don't know.
Wow.
A lot of people did.
Well, let me ask you, will you tell? Did you?
What happens at Burning Man stays at Burning Man.
I'll never know.
No, but it was really cool. But seeing the firework display was just so beautiful and amazing. And everyone comes out to see it. It was such a cool experience.
Wow.
And thank you. While I was there, you were able to watch it with my daughter. She watched Belle.
We had the best time, too. We took her to Orlando.
But I had really bad service, which was really hard. While you're there, your service is so, so bad. And
Right.
I was able to call her every day, which was great, because she would be waking up when I would be still out partying, right?
I couldn't believe you
You're
were
like, why
still
are you
out
awake?
because it's a 3-hour time difference already.
Yeah.
I was like,
Because
wow.
you have to, the night times are so fun. And it's not the partying. I really wasn't drinking. It's just that there was so much artwork to see, so much
Right.
music, so many different concerts. It's stimulation on all ends. The sight, there's so much to see. The hearing, there's so much beautiful things to hear.
Right.
There's things to feel and touch and taste. And so all 5 senses are being utilized. And so it's such an amazing thing. But it was so hard to be able to call. I remember I would go back to my camp. I'd have no service. And it wasn't until, for some reason, only when I was in the very, very middle of the desert would I get service. So I'd have to drive out into the middle of the desert. And then I would finally have service.
It was fine. Belle was fine. She loved being with me. We had our special time together.
Yeah. But do
So
you want to
that
tell them
was
what
great.
happened?
Oh,
The craziest
boy.
thing happened. This was the worst.
We were planning to go on a cruise and take her for the weekend
which
because
was so nice.
so nice because Monday was Labor Day, and being that it was Labor Day, there was no school anyway. So we decided to take her to end it because we stayed at your house for a week.
Right, which was so nice
Because
they
she
took
had
care of
school,
my animals and Bells had school.
And we take her home. I do her homework with her, but I thought I would end it the taking care of her on a cruise, and I was all excited, and she was all packed, and I was packed, and Daddy was packed, my husband was packed. So we go to the cruise ship at Port Canaveral. And we get there early. We're ready to board and have the whole day on the ship. And we get there and we're checking in, and they say and I have her passport, and they say, "Who are you traveling with?" I said, "I'm traveling with my granddaughter." And they said, "Well, do you have the paper, the consent form?" Notarized? Do you have a consent form? And is it notarized that you're allowed to take your granddaughter on the cruise? I said, what? What are you talking about? I don't have a consent form. But let me just tell you, 4 months earlier, I took her on the Disney cruise, and they never asked me for any consent form. So I had no idea about a consent form. And when my husband filled out all the forms, they said it was complete. They didn't say you were missing the consent form.
They should have that.
They should have that. So they didn't say that I was missing the consent form. And I think when he went through signing all the forms and getting it all together, he missed the part because we've been on so many cruises. I've taken Belle before that we didn't, he just did it quickly and overlooked the fine print that said you needed a consent form. And I did have her birth certificate. So they said, you need to contact your daughter. I said, she's at Burning Man. I don't know if she has Wi-Fi there. How am I supposed to contact her? Let alone, how is she getting something notarized, you know? So I'm texting her, trying to call her. I'm calling Jared. I'm calling my son. I'm calling my future daughter-in-law to be. I everything, trying to get hold of her because we only had a show. We're waiting and waiting for you to get back to me. So hopefully you could send me the consent form and get it notarized online, but it didn't happen.
Hard. It felt so bad.
It wasn't your fault,
so
though.
So bad. I was sleeping and I didn't have service. And then my brother comes running in. He's like, they need you as soon as possible. So I had to run to find service somewhere. And then I was trying to get on to get it notarized. But, the web, you have like no service. Like it was never loading, wasn't loading. And then they kicked them out. It was so terrible. But they made the best of a bad situation.
That's what you do. We took her to SeaWorld. We took her to, we just took her all in Orlando, different places. Oh, we took her to this great museum. We took her to the Wizard of Oz Museum. That was so cool.
That is cool.
It was really cool with the Tin Man and Scarecrow and the ruby slippers.
So cute.
Yeah, so we did end up having a wonderful weekend, and she loved just being away with us. She says that she didn't need the cruise. She loved jumping on the bed in the hotel
At 6
room.
years old, that's all they want.
We took her to Cirque du Soleil at
so
night one night
lovely.
for a show, and she loved that.
You guys are the best grandparents.
So we made do. I kept saying to myself, don't stress over it. Just as long as everybody's okay, that's what counts.
Right. And that's
There's
what she
worse
remembers.
things.
Yes, totally. Such a good positive attitude. I felt so bad.
It was.
And it was like, I think it was just meant to be, though. I really, really do. Because as soon as she couldn't get a hold of me, so that was one bad thing. Then finally my brother comes in, and then I tried to get to her, and then all of a sudden I got a flat tire on my bicycle. Like, when does that happen? So I couldn't even get to the place. So I switched bikes with Jared. Then I'm going. Then like my scarf got stuck in the tire, so then I couldn't even go again. It was so bad. And then finally I get there, and then I didn't have, the service wasn't working well. I felt like every single thing was stopping them from being able to go. That sometimes you have to think maybe there's a reason. Maybe somebody's trying to tell you don't go on this cruise.
I think so. I always say things are meant to be. Things happen for a reason. I really do believe that.
Even though it's hard to when you're in the moment.
But
so
we
true.
did have a wonderful weekend. Even though we didn't go on the cruise.
Right.
Another time.
Right. Another
And
time.
now we know. Actually, I now realize if I take her anywhere, I want a consent form that's notarized.
We should
so
just
this
get that in
way,
case.
I just won't have a problem.
Right. We should just have that on hand.
But I understand it. I totally understand it for the safety of children today. You should have a consent form saying that the parents say it's okay, because you do never know. And I really think it's a great thing. It's just that we didn't know that we needed one, because 4 months earlier we went on one.
Yeah, exactly. But thank you, because Belle had the best vacation, and I was so nervous to leave her. I've never left her for that long before, but she had the best time, and we were able to have a nice time. So it was so much fun.
So when's your next trip?
Yeah, but I recommend, if you ever have the opportunity to go to Burning Man or go somewhere where you can truly just be yourself, be free, then just do it, because life's too short to not have these experiences. Even if something you're that's so crazy, I would never do it. It's great that somebody is, because that's what they want to do. And I think life's all about being yourself, being true to yourself, and trying things, because why not? Life is just way too short.
It's so true when you said life is too short. Do everything now. Don't wait for tomorrow to do it. If you could do it today, then do it today. And life is about creating memories, because that's what you have left in life, is those memories.
So true. Well, anyways, thanks so much for tuning in and listening to my crazy Burning Man stories. If you guys ever have questions, you can always DM us, and make sure you're following Chattermouth Podcast on all platforms. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.